Greetings and good time zone. I hope people are doing well today. I just realised I forgot to open something real quick. And there we go. And we are His Forgotten Home. There we are. So anyway, I hope people are doing well today. It's always raining for me in game. Why do I have this ring above me? Oh, because I've selected myself. I was like, wait, what? I hardly ever select myself. Okay. So, that's a little bit of ADHD. Anyway, I've just been taking screenshots of something. I hope everyone's doing well today. There we go. I need to get on with playing more Stormblood wrap-up quests, because there's a lot to go. I'd like to get them done by the end of the week. So, we're just going to do this duty that I left off at yesterday. Bing, boom, 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 boom. Who the hell will we be fighting? Hopefully not the villagers. Jesus.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Okay.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, thought I recognized the voice. The Red Corgin.
Are you all right? Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
They're also suspiciously not talking to us. When they are capable of speech.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
We'll just take Frisk out. No big deal. Whoa. Don't you be hitting me with that water 3. That was rude. They're all fine.
Leave this to me.
I am leaving it to you. Oh, they got back
No
up.
quarter!
An opening.
Oh, why did you teleport way over there? Jesus. Hey, get off of Isay, please. Thank you.
The art of my forebears.
That drill attack will never get old. Are you doing okay there, Yugiri? So that is a cool effect. This is a stronger one.
Taste my steel!
Oh, why did that have to hit Issei? Hey, come over here, please. I love the Z. I should honestly play Red Mage. Seems as though my name starts with a Z and I could do the whole Zorro thing.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
We're never safe.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Even just the progression of their characters.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Hating us at first.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
The thing is, I'm all about change. But the Empire never seems to be able to. I'm going to go do this. Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. You're damn right. Give me my money and my XP. Thing is, I wonder if it's not giving a lot of XP anymore because I'm above level 70. It's probably the case. Which, if I ever go above, I should probably get another job that's close to the level needed. But then again, they're level 70 quests. So maybe it's level 71 or above. Anyway, well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Heon will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. My head turned before he walked off. Like I just snapped 90 degrees. That's gotta be some whiplash. So where are we going? Whee! All are free to travel in and out of the Conclave. Do you seek passage? Let me in from down here. Please, good sir. Oh, we may as well just walk it. I also didn't end up doing this reclamation quest thing last night. I got home and just felt like watching anime. Catching up on watching anime, I should say. Also started to watch a new one. The animations are cool in it, but it's a bit weird. Not overly weird, but anyway. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead, Lord Heon is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Yes, let me into the can. Hakuro, you're too tall. Please be voice acted. Damn it. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yangtze. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all unfolded. Blah de blah de blah de blah de blah blah blah. The Red Kojin? Here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yangtze, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngsters' aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I don't like him. I think it's a trap. I think he paid the Kojin to attack. I still don't think he can be trusted. I smell burning. 1 second. Okay, I found the source. It's not actual burning. I just need to dedust my computer. Yay! I always hate doing that. I get a lot of dust because I live near a farm. Then the question of what his true intentions may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they want to collect. For this I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Dolma's liberation we have forged closer bonds with Bunchin and his people, and with their support I am quite confident we can keep the Red Kojin from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Popularis garner favour, I mean to see it done. But first I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind. Is he going to apologize to Gosetsu maybe for dropping a castle on him? He really loves her dango.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Aww. This is the last... Ooh. All the melee stuff. I think it's the striking that I want. Maybe? This is the last quest of 4.2? Yes, 4.2. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Please be more voice acting. It's the best thing ever. So I don't have to read it myself. Or speak it myself, I should say.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
God damn it, and then they switched to not voice acted. What do you mean, Rogbird? You're blind too, right? What? But hi, how are you? Story blind, yes. I could see, not too well because of glasses, but yes, I can see. Yes, I'm mostly story blind. I think it's Shadowbringers that I've known more about because of Jesse Cox. I've seen bits and pieces around the story, so there are some things that are spoiled to me, but I'm still looking forward to playing through them. But I hope you're right, I hope you're doing alright. And it always feels weird calling you Rogbirds because I know your real name, but I won't dox you because I don't want doxing myself. But yeah, I love the story. I understand why people might not like Stormblood as much as like Heavensward. Heavensward was great. I think Heavensward has been my favourite so far. A Realm Reborn, let's just say it's a lot better than 1.0. Heavensward is amazing. I've been loving Stormblood, but I think that's because I love the Japanese aesthetic of things. Like, this entire place is so cool to me. Except for Hakuro, he's too tall. Even the people that Hakuro were with, of his own kind, came up to his shoulder. Shrink a bit, please. But yeah, I'm just wrapping up Stormblood, which will probably take the rest of the week. And then I'm probably not going to play Final Fantasy XIV on stream, at least, for a while. Not doing the story off stream. Because I do need a little break from it. Plus, there are some things. There's plenty of other games I want to play, but there's one in particular that's coming up in December that I really, really, really want to play. And I can't wait for the Emperor. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Please don't be Yugiri saying that she's been kidnapped. Nope, good. I am sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. But alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue for a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangtze. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. I love the Susanoo fight. Because of the big sword that they attacked us with. The active time quest thing. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I will do all and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may be hope for us all. There may yet be hope for us all. God, reading in the morning is tough. Until we meet again. Yosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. Blah 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 blah. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Nod, nod, nod. Yeah, you started to view the expansions as one whole through line. You view it as the one whole thing. I'm obsessed with the story as well. Yeah, they really do a good job.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Hi FLC, how are you today? I hope you're well. They really do a good job of just interspersing little tidbits throughout the story as you're going through. Like the whole Warriors of Darkness thing. Just placed in certain spots to get ready for, I think, Shadowbringers. And maybe Endwalker as well. But even stuff like Lisa's story. You start off with her as Ida. And then it slowly unfolds. Like, we went all through it, through Heaven's Ward, and then we got the revelation at the end of Heaven's Ward. Then we continued on with Lys. Same with Astinian. Introduced to him in Heaven's Ward, I think. It was Heaven's Ward. And then we got a little... We think we've had 2 scenes with him in Stormblood. One where he's by the big hole, and then the other one where he takes out the cannon. The raid quest lines from A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward. I don't know. Probably not. I've pretty much just been sticking with the main story. Unless it's crafting related. Like, I unlocked the firmament. Because I have a problem with... These are the jobs that I've unlocked. I started leveling these 2 because I want magic. I unlocked Dancer, I unlocked Samurai. I'd like to take Samurai up because of Stormblood. But then I have my crafting jobs and gathering, and I need Shadowbringers to level them more. I have a problem with crafting. Hey, Ian. The Ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminis. Let us be off. About face! I have enjoyed some of the fights as well, because they're really cinematic at times. Some of the trials.
I wish you a safe journey.
I'm so glad you're voice acted.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
I'm just waiting for us to have a flashback into his memories or something. Uh-oh.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
We didn't need his memories. Oh, called it.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Is that Xenos, maybe? Or something else?
What in the...
It had to be Xenos. Just casually walking up, because no one can stop him.
Reinforcements? No, Just one! Cut him down!
Good luck with that. Oh no. You're going to send me a long Discord message. Oh, great.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
I'll be right back.
Is that what they say?
5 minutes later. No, he wasn't.
What's that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Xenos is my favourite bad guy in this entire thing so far. There's just something about him.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Yeah, well, your haircut sucks. And I have a hat.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Would just be like an American cop. Oh god, my gun went off. Oops.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh god, another cutscene already. I'm not voice acted.
You look troubled, my friend.
Oh, it is voice acted.
Was it something he said?
Usually that music doesn't means it's not.
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Okay, this is the music that means that it's not voice acted. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he's no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him, remaining calm around the women who slew his lord. Oh, the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intention, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed, between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighbourhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will, on that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. I hope we're gonna get Tataru slapping Alfino upside the head. Kugane, all the way down here. Let me in, I want to see Tataru. Beat the shit out of Alfino for buying a sword at sale price. I'm waiting for that payoff. My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologise to Taru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. It's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. The grin. She's the mastermind. She's plotting everything behind the scenes. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Zera should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. I never talked to Soroban about it. Forgive me, Zera, it would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Gorlamold, the better our chances of predicting the Imperials' next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say that we are having a ad break or not. So I will wait. In fact, I have snacks. Nom nom nom. Nearly done, just finishing my snacks. Okay. And yeah, Robbins, I might look into it even more now. And seeing as though I am on US data center, I might take up that offer. Which might sound weird to some people who are just, considering I don't normally add random people on Discord. I've known Rogbird since Final Fantasy XI, far too long ago. Knowing what we do with Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Heian had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Young? Not that young. I think I'm going to go for the samurai stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to do Dragoon for a long time. And I don't want to do tanking jobs. Despite the fact that Marauder and Warrior would be my favourite, because it has my favourite weapon. Also, what does it look like? Oh, that is so fancy. That isn't as fancy. Are they dyeable? Ooh, they are dyeable. Oh, I think I have a new look. I like that. I'm going to say tanks do seem very easy in this game. I like this. Which means the aiming version will not have it as good. The aiming version always seems the worst of the gear sets for looks. Anyway, I'm taking this. And then the next one will have aiming, so we'll get to see how terrible it is compared to the rest. Yeah, it seems super easy for them to keep hate or threat or whatever it goes by, or enmity in this game. Hi Puncher, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. I like DPS except for the queue times, which is kind of obvious that it's going to be a thing. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
I'm gonna say if it's a mirror, she might remember, because she'd be looking at herself to remain beautiful all the time.
It's so pretty.
Precious.
Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital...
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Ow. He has his neck bandaged, so... Maybe he just got bored of being dead. That's all I can think of. Solar Cycle. We get a title. The New Sun. Yeah, I think I'm going to change to that. Because my current one, Rauban's left arm, it's just so bad taste. So now we're on 4.3. Gosetsu and Tsuyu. Ah, Zera, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Heian. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Galleons' part, the Popularis have sent word that the vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangtze. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Heian requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on the hand at this crucial juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honour the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed, let us make straight ways for the Enclave then. Lord Heian will be waiting. Nod nod. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. As she's making money. Bye! She's so adorable. Anyway, we need to go to the Kienkan. Doman Enclave. What am I like for space? I'm slowly running out again. I'll leave it in there until I can use it. No, because it's right here. Also, I love how pretty this place is. It's so pretty. You're too damn tall. Lord Heian is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, of course. I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu, As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. No! Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling about without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Zera, Alice, shall we? Yes. Nod. Give me voice acting.
Open wide now.
Say ah. Let the Imperial bomber in.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Let her.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Kinky.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
We're gonna see some wounds.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
All that.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
Bullet wounds by the looks of it. Not me.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Oh, they're the wounds from Yotsuyu's gun. She caused them.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
Thank you, game, for reminding me after I'd remembered.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Oh god, here we go. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spark. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watch-overing him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man, with the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude and with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Oh, Yugiri. Yugiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince, so what makes you so sure? She's been watching from the ceiling, probably. I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She's remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She'd taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu, and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks, the Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Nod on nod. Whee! Shall we wait here then? Lord Heian should not be long. Very well, Alfino, we will wait some more. Blah 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 blah. Uh-oh. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She is nowhere to be found. Why don't you ask Yugiri? What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. How did you not recognize who she was? Even with a hat. I have a hat, but people know me. It would seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Yeah, you say that. But I get new loot, so something good did come of it. Aiming. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, it's actually not too bad. What's the die preview like? Ooh. Die. Actually, it's in here. This one? Nope. Nope. Red wine. Remove from saddlebag. Just the one. And die. Place in armory, place in armory, place in armory, place in armory. And then change gear. Oh, bam! I gotta have the hat back. But did I set the glamour plates up properly? No. Not quite. I need it without the body piece. So, as a quick way to fix this, take the body piece out, apply the glamour with the correct choker on now, and I put you back, and then I update the gear set. Hey, cool. Except it's raining, so I'm slightly moist. Which I'm glad a certain person isn't in chat right now. Anyway, oh, I need to sell these. Hey, Ian. Oh, you giving me food again? Moist. Too moist. Although, can I please say that I don't need the game every single time to remind me of the weather I have in real life most of the time? Why does it need to be raining? We were in Alamigo, which is essentially a desert in mountains, and it was pissing it down with rain. Made no sense. Well, it wasn't even mountains, it was just more of a desert place. Hell, there was even the salt mines. It seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognised thus far, but can we help us if someone catches a clear view of her face? I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hian. Now as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. As we all collectively nod. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alfino, if you would take the road to Castrum Fluminis. Zera, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the kami smile upon our efforts. Why do you have to give me the fish people? Granted, they are pretty adorable, but why? I was like, where are we? You already took me across the place. Now it's time to live my Goku life, except I'm not a monk. Oh, it's actually in here. You just see the red, or orange rather. Hello, Gyo-san. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, if this is anything you care to know, you need only... a pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveller, I am sorry to say. Most sorry, scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Ah, Gyoku. Are you dead or asleep? I'm gonna say asleep, but you could very much be dead. Anyway, unusually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in the northeasterly direction for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Whee! Also, I loved this place when the gates were active. The scale of this place is just insane and I love it. Wait, surveying. That was quick. You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north. Perhaps she's somewhere farther off to the northeast. Oh, this is one mount that I got from crafting. I got me a goddamn Pegasus. Oh. You know, I've never checked. What is it? Mount BGM, background music. Yeah, I always like to keep the music of the zone, if possible. Did not know that was a thing. Thank you. Now, can you stop the rain? Is that a command? Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet farther to the northeast. She's gonna be in like the Mai at this point. Also, everything reminds me of Final Fantasy XI. Every single time. Like, I'm fairly sure they're in Crawler's Nest. Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Give me the hat then. I want a hat. I want hat. Give hat. Please give hat. I already have a hat because I crafted it. Cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Yeah, except the combat system would have to be different. Is the only thing if they made Final Fantasy XI in this engine. Zera, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai? By the Kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the paddies. The village square is yours. But the bamboo hat, you could have given it to me. Unless we're giving it back to her. Oh no.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Oh no. God damn it. That's why. I should have put two and two together why she was heading here.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
He is like, well, shit.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
She doesn't. It's called amnesia, dude.
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
Technically is.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hope she gets her redemption arc. Yes, she was a monster, but it was caused by other people.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Funnily enough, the rain added a lot to that scene. Don't care about being a tank. Maybe. Why does it have to be spell speed? Can't have skill speed and crit. Fine, I'll take... I never use food anyway, I'll take the money. Which is crazy because I'm a level 80 culinarian. Because it was the easiest way to get white scripts. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, I have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castro and Fluminis, and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alice should still be there, conducting their search. The way to the south. But yeah, every single thing that I see that reminds me of Final Fantasy XI, like the beetles to the elementals. Not you though. Air Elemental, I'm fairly sure is just an updated version of the model for Final Fantasy XI. It looks so alike in design. Water Elemental is pretty much the same, except the spheres on the outside bounce up and down a little as they rotate. There are a lot of things that are just Final Fantasy XIV only. But every goddamn thing. I would love a remake of it. I would love to go through the story. I would love to have Shantoto. Because other than the red panda, I could not resist could not resist buying her. She's so amazing. And the other one that I have that I couldn't resist. Oh, sorry, I already had it open. is I had to get Lulu from Final Fantasy X with her Moogle. And Tataru's my other favourite because she's just the one person who's holding the Scions together completely. Oh yeah, the Avenger. Anyway, going back to the Red Panda. Oh, Fat Cat's amazing as well. And that's that tangent over. Let's talk to Hien. It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It is time we meet with the Ambassador. Cutscene. Please be voice acted, because I want more snacks. I'm going to risk it being voice acted. Because it has this guy. It's very quiet, no music.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
Yay!
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Okay. Parents?
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Sweet?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
Hien doesn't like that at all.
You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
I hate Asahi. I want to kill him so bad.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
I love Hian's reaction there. Keeping the peace, but letting him know with that glare that you fucked with a citizen of Doma. They're under his protection. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. Damn, I look good. Still wearing the hat. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. Hey, it brought me back here. I love it when they do that. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her. Please be voice acted.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
Yay!
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder.
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, Assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
How do you keep fucking this up?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Why do they lose track of her all the time? Oh, she was supposed to be sleeping. Where has she gone? I hope she's not hiding in a tree or something. I will never see her with my heart.
Help! Help me!
Can I run them early? I technically could, but normally it warns if it's going to take a long time with cutscenes. Which, if you're telling me that it's not...
If only I hadn't remembered.
Oh, her voice has changed. Anyway, if you're telling me that it's going to take longer than the 4 minutes, I'll run them early. I don't mind. So I've clicked the button. Oh, you don't know? Well, I've clicked the button too late. Have your ads. Oh, that is hilarious what you sent me, Rogbirds, on Discord. Using riddle drop rates. We're thrilled to announce that we're working on a mod editor for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Oh no. Don't let Tug play that. Now I have to do that fate, or wherever it came from again. I want the wind-up Fafnir. Okay. I still hope Yotsuyu gets a proper redemption arc. Like, she knows what she's done now. By the by. I know you say you're back, but I'm still going to wait for the few seconds of the ad timer. God. Now we can click. Knife time.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
This shows she's changing. We'll try and live with it.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
Stabby time.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
I like how they're labelled as Asahi's mother and father.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Oh, go stabby.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure.
Hey, Yotsuyu.
We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
It's time to choose violence.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
Survive.
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Are you that stupid?
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Knife time.
Yotsuyu! What?
There it is. Hey, stabbed her in the back. Awesome.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Yeah, against you, you douchebag. Hopefully.
Please. I don't want to die.
I do love that we got that echo because he was
Any
still
sign of her?
alive.
What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother?
We don't know if she left with her brother.
Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
That was quick. You gathered them all very, very efficiently. We have recovered the Nauris's remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Fruits of her labour. These titles. FLC, did you make the titles of these quests? Okay. Fair enough. Another item I'll never use, probably. Unless, maybe for crafting, though. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memories and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Garleans' hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be then, as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent Oh, admiration. I thought that was to me. Everyone's name starts with a Z. And his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. And this is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it's unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. I think there's going to be crystals in the crates, so they can summon an icon. And be like, no, you summoned it, we have to invade and stop you. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminis is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal, while we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force. It is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far vulnerable on the water, assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Zera? I suppose not. You can count on me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parleying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I am certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri, they stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord, pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alfino and I shall be about our task. And we should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short and Rasho may take some convincing. Wait, why? Why am I doing this? I just teleport from in there. Onokoro. Oh wait, this one zone in this area I still don't have flight because I haven't done the dungeon, because it's not one I can do with NPCs. And I keep forgetting to do it off stream. At least I have mount movement speed. Now there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Galleon ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. What fine subjects you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. Pay them, duh. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alice. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army, and as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Ian. The losses we suffered at the Galleons' hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travellers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she is yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favour of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. And I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success. And yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'd thought the rumours exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. I always love doing just a weird laugh for them. So where is this ship? Oh, north of us. I don't need no legs. Ow. Also, that's going to be part of a new animated emote I will hopefully get. Hey, Alice, you're already in the water. Jesus Christ. And Ian too. Suspect hull plank. Or suspect hull plank. You see no signs of damage here. Ah, camera. God damn it. There we go. Upon closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. Watch there be a ladder or something that I could have climbed up or interacted with. A Hanashi. I'm the shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough. I found a crack. On the port side near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. He's like, wait, what? Who? You're Lord Ian. The captain sent you to inspect the hull. Kami have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Ha! 'Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. How fares our lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life, if he so chooses. I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more, be it in Yangtze or out on the Ruby Sea. We have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and the others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Am I going to have to teleport, or are you going to teleport me? Please teleport. No! Damn you. Cambio. Right, this way. You're too tall. Every single time I will remind you, you're too tall. Yes, let me in the can. I keep thinking these are just things on the floor, but no, it's attached to the carpet. Tassels. It seems Yugiri and Alfino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the Kami these precautions were unnecessary. I'll take the decks. Where are we up to now? Oh crap! I've got this quest and 2 more. Oh, this is the trial, I think. Castrum Fluminis. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organising transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with the Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum. Let me out of here! I know I could have teleported somewhere else, but yeah. I really should load it. For when I'm in the queue, I can read what I need to do in the battle, in the trial. Because the queue can be rather long sometimes. Oh, that's cute. Your party's assembled then? You gotta go in blind. No! I have plenty of time to waste when in a queue as DPS. I am ready for what lies ahead. I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange, that and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Love the music. Although I always think like the Airwolf theme's gonna start playing.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
Still think the crystals.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion. Welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Okay, redemption arc is over. Kill her.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
I wonder if that's a Kojin relic. Freaking crystals called it.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
I say we've had Susanoo. Is it going to be Tsukiyomi? Because it's the moon. The animations are so clean sometimes.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
A strategic withdrawal because it's an icon. We don't want you enthralled.
Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Yay! Okay. Yeah, duty. Okay. Just in case it's an instant queue pop for me, which I doubt will happen, I'm going to have a quick read through now. 3 phases, great. Okay, that's a good start. Attack boosting, okay. Will spawn fans around the arena, one in the center and the others around. They'll explode in the same order they spawned in. It is recommended to stand in another fan. Ones that will explode last, as the center one explodes to head back to the center. Okay. For AoE random attack, large front cone, raid wide AoE, shield heal through it, spawns 2 midnight hazards on opposite sides of the arena, destroy them before they reach each other or finish their casts. Great. Casts a line AoE marked by a line Stack marker. Players must line up with the targeted player to share the damage. If a Midnight Haze ad is still up, the targeted player can line up with the ad so other players can still attack it. Okay. It's phase 2. Oh, you get stunned. Great. And then you get ads. Okay. We will run with the same abilities. You'll also be able to cast Nightfall. Oh god, we have to switch sections again for debuffs. Okay. Join the queue. This is going to be fun. Oh no, I'm not watching a video. I will only read up on it. I will never watch a video because I don't want to spoil any animations that might come up. Because I imagine going into fights previously, if I'd watched the video, it would spoil a big moment. Like, for example, with Susanoo with the huge sword that it attacks with down the middle of the raid. Or with Sri Lakshmi with that beautiful animation that she does that moves the entire map, which you can still move on. But yeah, they really know how to do their animations for stuff, which it's not a spoiler for that, but seeing the animations is amazing. Ba-da-doo. Oh, I can close that. The only thing that I'm worried about is these sections. That always gets me. The main problem that I have with playing Final Fantasy XIV is the slight latency I have, because of being European, playing on US data center. Is sometimes that the AoEs, I will get out of them on my screen but still take damage if it's like within 0.3 seconds or something. So if it's a big AoE that you barely have enough time to get out of, I'm going to take the damage. It happens here too. Yeah, but that just might be US internet. as well. So average wait time is 6 minutes, but I nearly always go above that. I like how she was dear sister to Asahi, then no, now Doman Citizen has summoned an icon. Like, he's such a brat. I'm still kind of hoping for a redemption arc for her, but now I'm less inclined because of the stupidity of her decisions. I mean, I'm on Genova, is my home world. I think that's, I want to say Aether? I forgot these were chests. I thought they were just elaborate chairs, just just sit down, watch the show. Also, I finally figured out what I want to commission next for the stream, artist-wise. I want to get some more animated emotes. I want to get panels for below the stream to look a little bit more professional. But I also want to get some overlay elements done for a little fun. And then I just need to rework some things. Yeah, just the extra pizzazz. Because I don't earn a lot from streaming, despite all the hours that I put into it. Like every day I've streamed since I started. So I made a decision early to only, other than starting out, because obviously no money, basically whatever I put into the stream that requires money will only come out of what I earn from the stream. Yeah, it's definitely a grind, but I enjoy it. Even on the days where I just feel, I still enjoy streaming. You don't have to. I'm used to waiting, I don't mind. If you want to, fair enough. But I don't mind waiting at all. I think the longest I've had on stream is like 18 minutes, and it was still saying, oh, average wait time is 12 minutes. God damn it. Hi. My registration has been withdrawn, man. Your party leader, so you have to do it. Now we're waiting again. Oh, God. But fine, I suppose I will. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, you changed to healer. Okay. You just want to do the fight. I just have to make note of the ad timer, depending on how quick we get in. I can snooze the ads for 15 minutes max if I need, which is fine. I just realised my red panda's not here. Dun, 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 dun. I think the least amount of time that I have to wait is when I streamed on like a Saturday, which I normally stream. I stream the same time Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday and Monday is my weekend from work, so I stream slightly later, so the queue times are always going to be shorter then, because weekend. Being said, I wonder if I should just run the ads now. Problem is, then the queue will pop. I'm gonna risk it. Run ad. Quickly going to go to the toilet. Hopefully I catch it in time. Be right back. Never mind. God damn it. I knew as soon as I said that. Oh well, the ad's gonna play, unfortunately. But I think it only affects you anyway. Oh, maybe the healer. Do-do-do-do.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Whoa! Your end is near.
Ow, damn it. Res me! Yeah, that latency. I didn't realise the middle one had exploded already.
Beg for mercy. Your death will be all the sweeter.
Phase 2, I would guess. Oh, okay. Oh god, they're quick. Jesus. I love the music. Hi, Xenos. Wait, is that Gosetsu protecting her? Can't see because of all... Ow. Yep, Gosetsu. Nice! Tsuyu must survive. Someone sweeps up. Okay. Ow.
In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal husk, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail. Beg for mercy. In moonlight's chill shine petals pale. Whoa!
Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm trying to keep my eye on things.
Beg for mercy.
Oh, I didn't die to that this time. These fights are so hectic. It's great.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel.
I know I should also probably turn down other people's graphics as well. Or their effects, sorry. But I love how shiny everything is.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Yay. Hey, someone leveled. Ding! Congrats. Thank you for being a healer, Rogbirds. I appreciate it for the queue time. Oh, she's got white hair now. Maybe this is a sign of actual redemption, or she's dead. Everyone's already gone. Love the feathers. Do we have a redemption, or is she dead? Because we're trying. We keep trying with you. Is it going to be a Sahi? God damn you. Let me guess, someone killed the acting viceroy.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith. No
one alive loves him more than I!
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust.
Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Please be here. Oh. Did she imagine Gosetsu?
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Oh. Just 2 swords.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
Oh, he's so frightened and angry. Angry.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
Aww. I still want her to have a redemption arc.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Yeah, but so will Tsuyu. Oh. As much as I like Gosetsu, and he will mourn her, I'm going to say Tsuyu deserved a kinder fate.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world.
It could be. We were working towards it.
I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
No! Don't die! So pretty, though.
Lord Xenos.
Just die in peace, would you? Oh god, you have to give us a flashback.
Lord Xenos. am at your disposal.
You know you're going to be disposed of.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
I like how they've changed his voice because of him slitting his throat.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
Well, he was wrong about that. Well, she desired vengeance, so maybe
My
not.
lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord. My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
You have prevailed, I see.
Yep, no problem. Oh, Gasetsu's here. Yay.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Feel sorry for Gosetsu.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Saw a vision of Asahi's past.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
How can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
What the hell?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
Still believe Xenos got bored with being dead.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
I feel like this one includes this. But I'm going to say I believe in you, Alphino.
"'Tis not for me to stop you. But I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Alfino's probably shitting bricks right now, even after suggesting all this. Like, holy crap, they said I could do it. Damn. I just wanted to seem cool. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Gosetsu?
Ah, there you are.
He shaved his head.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
I want this one, but it's his choice. Safe travels. Because Lord knows you need some safe travels for once.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Where did you put Yotsuyu, though? Is what I want to know. Okay. Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kienkan. I would thank you properly. Out of the rain. Lord Hien is expecting you. Yes, from 5 feet away. Oh. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. The fact that this started maybe in a Realm Reborn? When we first met Yugiri? It may have been. Anyway, lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I think this is probably my favourite music. Just the slow build-up at the start, and then it opens up, and it always reminds me of Conan. For some strange reason. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I'd hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now I labour to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Hi Alice, what have you got for me? Under the moonlight. Aww. Wait. Huh. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all that we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Rolga's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Oh, is that the burial? Like a sarcophagus, maybe? Where his remains should be? Or maybe they even are. Let's go to Rolga's Reach, which is going to cost like $1,000. Wait, don't I have movement speed? Yep, I do. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. That was for games that... I'm going to refund those points. That was for... God, what was I playing where you could name a character? I only just played it. Oh, for the king. But yeah, let me just refund those points and pause that redemption. There we go. No, and I'll accept that. Because every day I have to accept FLC's Bapanada. You say that, but it'd probably get you killed. Zera, I'll say, you're back. No Alpha now? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Blah de blah de blah de blah de blah 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 blah. Look, I know what I saw, all right. We all saw it, and here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself, but while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Zera's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him, it was Xenos. He had a bit of a sore throat, obviously, but it was him. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Did they take the remains? Thal's gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about, Thancred? Hi, Thancred. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin at our first order of business? As much as I hate the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumour to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as to not upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Nod. Nod, 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 nod. Pound chest. So it's in the Locks, which will be easier just to teleport to, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not going all the way across there. I'm not that mad, even to save that much money. We swing it there. Yeah, just the scale of some of these buildings is like, what? I know it's a case of how could they build them so big? Magic. They have magic. The sweet Mount BGM life. Yes. I'm glad you told me about that. The Divine Audience. Stairway to Heaven. Oh, it's literally on its own. My money is on writhing snakes, possibly spiders. Let's prise it open and see what comes out. What do you say? Most of the graves are grouped together, but they managed to find a lonely spot for Xenos, didn't they? This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Please be empty. If it's not, that's going to be even worse.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Thank you for being voice acted. Lightning and rain, yay!
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Ah. Oh god damn it, and then they switch. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumours are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I could tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He is as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rauban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralga's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised with matters settling down in Doma. We were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Nod. Oh, cool. I love it when they teleport me there. While I was waiting for you to... How are you waiting? You teleported me here. If anything, I should be waiting for you. Anyway, while I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way and should be here any... Ah. I've missed Y'shtola quite a lot. Alice, Zera, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Good, bad, worse? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Zera? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, his ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticise, but... I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Sorry. Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital or whatever. Oh god, we cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear, the icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. This means including you, Father. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. That's a lot of Magitech stuff. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Ah! I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace the goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Speaking of the hunt, you're speaking like Xenos. You're Elysium. A lunar cycle. What do we get? Under the moonlight. Yeah, I prefer the moon over the sun, so I am changing my title. What do we say? How long have... Oh, I don't have long left of the stream. Ponder. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Are we actually going to sit down? It's very rare. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Ow! It is recommended that you... Yeah, I don't have enough time. Tomorrow then. Thank you, game. I love it when the game warns you. You need time to view all these. So I will do that tomorrow because I have to get ready for work in like 5 minutes. So that's definitely not going to be enough time. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We shall go and raid Tug. He's playing Cuisinier, which is funny. Yeah, we haven't raided him in a few days at least. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for more of this. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. And I'm going to go and suffer at work. Bye!